Before I start this video, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Marina Nicola. I'm a first year English literature student with last student number 072. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the story called The Necklace. And there are two things that I want to talk about. The first one is the story itself, and the second one is the social problem within the story. So let's start. The first one is a short summary of the story. The story is talking about a woman named Matilda Louise. She is a beautiful middle-class woman who marries Louis, a clerk who works for the Ministry of Education. She is pretty dissatisfied with her modest life and believes that wealth and social status can be earned by beauty. One day, her husband brings home an invitation to a party hosted by Minister of Education. To cheer up his wife, Matilda initially rejects the offer to attend due to her lack of clothing. This event resulting her husband to give her 400 francs to buy a nice dress. But Matilda is still not happy because she does not have any jewelry to wear. Her husband suggests that she purchase 2 or 3 roses for 10 francs, which she thought as a bad idea. Then her husband told her to visit her wealthy friend Madame Foresti to borrow a jewelry, and she borrowed a diamond necklace. And then the party was a huge success. Matilda feeling beautiful, Matilda feeling luxurious, and everyone admiring her for her joyous energy and admitting that she is lovelier than any other woman. She was dancing all night long and intoxicated and swept away by the pleasure, but the happiness did not remain long when Matilda noticed she had lost the necklace by the time they got home. And her husband trying to look for the necklace and try many ways, from reporting to the police station and using newspaper, making announcement and giving money to anyone who found it. But it didn't work. They couldn't find the necklace. Because they had tried so many ways, they gave up, and Louis decided to just replace the jewelry. And this string of diamond that is needed to be replaced costing 40,000 francs, but they are allowed to have it for 36,000 francs. Louis only have 80,000 francs. It's from his father, and he had to use all of it and borrow some money to replace this necklace. And after 10 years of hardship of having worked two or three jobs, the loan was finally paid. Until one day, Matilda meets Madame Foresti while taking a walk. She tells her that she had replaced her expensive necklace because she lost it, hoping that Madame Foresti would understand that she finally can let go all the burden and guilty feeling. Instead, Madame Foresti reveals that the necklace that she borrowed was imitation and worth only 500 francs, revealing that all this time Matilda was suffering for nothing. So that is the story of Matilda. We'll move on to the second one, which is the social problem within the story itself. The first one is greed and vanity. The main theme in this story is how greed and vanity are corrosive. Matilda and her husband live a comfortable life. They have a modest home, but she felt herself born for every delicacy and luxury. Matilda is beautiful but hates her social status and wants more than her position can provide. She is overly concerned about her appearance and afraid what others will think of her plain clothes. Although she has youth, beauty, and a loving husband, Matilda's obsession with material things robs her of a life she could have had. If only she could learn how to love and be grateful with things that she already has, and staying true to herself by not letting her life to be dictated by what others might think of her, she wouldn't be so miserable from trying to vet her greed of luxury and wanting to be seen as the high lady. Our second one is appearance and reality. At the beginning of the story, we are introduced to Matilda. She appeared beautiful, youthful, and charming. But being from a family of artisans, she has limited marriage prospect and is married to a clerk who is devoted to her. Under the beauty, Matilda is unhappy and critical of her own social and financial status and always yearns for more. She is blind to the wealth of love, youth, and the beauty that she has, and constantly searching for material wealth. Matilda is jealous of her school friend, not realizing what others have may be just a simple imitation. The borrowed necklace itself is a fake, although it appears as real. As Matilda wears her fancy clothing and borrowed necklace for the night, she too becomes a fake, an imitation of what she thinks others want and admire. The third one is pride. Madame and Monsieur Louis symbolize how pride can be destructive to the individual and society. Not satisfied with living within her means, Matilda tried to appear wealthier than her social and economic status allowed, which, despite deep suffering, the two characters accept their fate and the responsibility to replace the necklace. The sacrifice Monsieur Louis makes in the name of love to stand by his wife, whether it depriving himself of a gun and his own inheritance, is heroic. Matilda accepts her fate as worthwhile price to pay for a valuable piece of jewelry. However, the life of rationing and privation is all for nothing. Had Madame Louise simply admitted her mistake and spoken with her friends, their quality of life would have been different. This inability to communicate, even amongst friends, reveals the disconnect between social classes in that time. So, that is the three social problems in this story that I found, and that's it for this video. Thank you. Goodbye.